Ashkenazi Jews are not Khazars. They are not descended from the Khazar people. There are a few really clear reasons why we can say that Ashkenazi Jews are not descended from the Khazars. First of all, there is no DNA evidence to support this. The second thing is there's absolutely no linguistic evidence of Khazar influence on Jews. I mean, one of the things that we would certainly expect to see is that Jews would pick up Khazar terminology in their Yiddish. Yiddish, by the way, is the overwhelmingly dominant native language of the Jews who call themselves Ashkenazi, originating from Eastern Europe. At the turn of the 20th century, there was a census in the Russian Empire, and I think it was 98% of Ukrainian Jews, 97% of Jews throughout the empire, if I remember correctly, claimed Yiddish as their mother tongue. And there is no discernible evidence of Turkic in Yiddish. Yiddish is basically German. It's overwhelmingly German. Arguments to the contrary, that its grammar is essentially Slavic, is nonsensical to anyone who has studied all three language groups. If you've studied German, if you've studied some Slavic languages, and you've studied Yiddish, you know that Yiddish is overwhelmingly German, written with Hebrew characters, with a significant borrowing of Hebrew, Aramaic, both Jewish languages, and a certain amount of French, and all the various words that come along as the Jews are traveling through their migrations. The small elements of Slavic grammar that are visible, particularly in the Eastern dialects of Yiddish, which is not at all surprising given that we're talking about living in a Slavic area. They're not Turkic, they're Slavic, very different languages, and they're basically like uses of aspect and other finer grammatical forms. Third, there's no cultural evidence. I mean, where are the recipes? Where are the folk customs? Where are the superstitions, the stories, the legends, the songs that one would expect to come from Turkic origins? We simply don't have them in Ashkenazi culture. We have lots of Russian things, lots of Ukrainian, especially lots of Ukrainian, Polish, and so on, after 1,000 years of living in the region. We have evidence of German, of Latin, of French, types of cultural accretions that follow the Jews as they travel, but we don't have any Khazarian things. So the burden of proof is clearly on those who want to push this theory. The overwhelming amount of evidence suggests that the model of Jewish migration from Ashkenaz is exactly what happened historically.